before we get on to it, we're trying to hit 287,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Right now, we are basically 300 away, so we're going to hit it hopefully in the next couple of days. So if you guys are new to the channel, enjoy my team content, subscribe. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be going over a tier list of the best small forwards in the game. So it's going to only be primary small forwards. If you guys want to see some power forwards that can play down like Draymond and stuff, he'll be on tomorrow's list. Again, I just don't want players on multiple lists. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, but like play them where they play. It's like, well, like I think Jordan nowadays is a shooting guard. He's a primary, because like it's a weird, it all really depends. Nobody has one position. I don't want to put people on multiple tier lists. So we're doing it like we're doing it. So anyway, first up we got Albert King. Albert King is, look, I think he's A. I think Albert King's really good. He's very much like the Dark Matter Kawhi with a better dribble style, but slightly worse stats. Defensive animation's really good. Jumper really good. Ray Allen are very quick. Dribbling pretty nice as well. I don't think it's crazy to say he's an A-tier player. He is a clutch time wheel reward that I'm never going to get. Again, I couldn't even get any of the clutch time wheel rewards this week. They put them all back on the board. I couldn't get any of them this week. I literally have I've won 1,300 games of clutch time. I have won 1,300 games of clutch time since its inception on the 3rd of December. And I've got none of the clutch time rewards on any account, even on other people's accounts. Mad, at least I got David Robinson. But no, I'm never going to get him. English, at this stage of the game, Alex English is B tier. Alex English is really good though. So like, he can move, he can shoot. He was really, really good for his time. Like, Alex English came out like before the original 250. I think it was the start of season 5 that he was available. He was right after Karl Malone. His jumper was really nice. His movement, he was just like a better Melo for his time, but I think Melo's just outclassing him right now. Iguodala. Iggy and C. I think C's probably fair for Iggy. Like a decent shooter, good defender. Really it though, isn't it? Okay. Andre Kurlanko. Now he's ass, isn't he? Like, he just is ass tier. Like, his defense is that good. His defense is that good that I think it's hard to not put the guy in S tier. Like, he shoots. He shoots well. He's really good on defense. I wish he had a 7'4" wingspan like he has in real life, but look, it is what it is. He's a borderline. He's a borderline S A tier. There's some no-brainers in S, but for now, I'm going to put Andre Kurlanko in S tier. Wiggins, at this stage of the game, he's worthless. At this stage of the game, Wiggins worthless. Although, if we do go and get a Wiggins, like, for a playoff card, he could be a beast, because his player model is good, and he has base 22. But, like, at this stage of the game, Diamond Andrew Wiggins, who came out on December the 3rd. I'm sorry, Diamond Andrew Wiggins is most definitely, today, worthless. Anthony Davis. I don't know. I think he's going to go A. I think Alex English is better. I'm going to move Iguodala down a tier. Honestly, I'm going to move Iguodala. I'm going to see if I can... Who are the worst players on this list? Okay, so. Worthless tier, Pierce. Worthless tier, DeMar DeRozan. No. Kukoc, at this stage of the game, I liked Kukoc for his time. Kukoc is in worthless. I'm putting Iguodala down here in E tier. Just to kind of keep this list a little bit okay, even though Iguodala's not terrible. Which means that I'm okay with this. Because it means that we've got at least all good players D tier and above. Yeah, so I'm cool with that. Who else are in these lower tiers? Kenny Walker's not good. He's not good at all. And we'll fire ahead. We'll fire ahead from here and we'll see. Billy Owens. I think Billy Owens on that AD level. AD Alex English level. Really good shooter. Really nice movement. Pro 3 behind the back. Really nice release in base. In Gallo base on quick. He's one of those guys who's shifty but feels way faster. His dunking, again, is very nice. His defense is good. It's just the lack of hot zones from around the perimeter. That's the... Or for, like... Yeah, his hot zones are only from the corners. Like, that is a bit of an issue. B tier. Ingram, E tier. Such a skinny player build. Only 6'7". Ingram's not a bad player, though. Like, I do want to make it clear that I don't feel like Ingram's a bad player. Bruce Brown. I put Bruce Brown. Oh, Bruce Brown, no. I think he's going to go E tier. Purely because he has no hot zones on... He's cold zones. He's like the first player that's come out in yonks with cold zones. It's kind of crazy. So, Reddish. I'm going to put Reddish in C. I'm going to put Reddish in C tier. I think Cam Reddish can be very, very effective. I prefer him to RJ Barrett, but I'm literally the only person that does. Reddish got really good animations. I really like the Paul George release. Good dribble style. 6'8", long wingspan. Reddish is a really nice player, and he's going right down here into C tier. Again, if you think Reddish should be higher, it's fine. But like, this is a good tier list. I mean, Melo's going C tier with him. Could Melo go D? I need to find a D tier. I found a D tier player. Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor, and we'll go Grant Hill as well. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the way things are going so far. But like, Carmelo Anthony, again, will shoot the damn lights out. Like, Melo will really, really shoot the ball well. He's just... God, his release is just a little bit slow at this stage of the game. Baylor's just a little bit small. He moves okay. Like, Baylor doesn't move exceptionally well, but he doesn't move badly either. Like, I know a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, Baylor doesn't move good, but like, it's not like he moves bad. So he's gonna go here into D tier. And Grant Hill, great on defense, doesn't move at all. This Carmelo Anthony, S. Unbelievable on defense, unbelievable fade. If we're talking current gen, yeah, he's A tier. If we're talking next gen, this guy is a no-brainer in S tier, lads. Carmelo Anthony, I'm telling you guys, he's one of the best players in the game, period, on next gen. Like, I chose him as, when I got the guaranteed dark matter, I chose him. And, I mean, do I regret it? I mean, I always kind of regret opening packs, but I don't regret choosing Melo. Kazi, A. A tier for Kazi Russell. Kazi's so damn good. Like, he's got that base 3 on very quick. He's going to move really well. Kazi's pink diamond will probably be a high B. But he's got base 3 on quick, which is easier to green than very quick. Although, obviously, it's not the fastest release in the game, period. Like, base 3 on very quick is. His handle's alright. His defense is good. His good interior. Like, Kazi belongs in A. Kazi well and truly belongs in A tier. Seti, though. Seti and Chris Mullin. I'm putting Mullin in A and Seti in S. I think Cedric Maxwell belongs in S, no question about it. Mullin can create... You know what? I forgot Mullin existed earlier. I was considering putting AK in my best team. Nah. Wait, does AK have a spot? Yeah, I don't know. There's no guarantee of AK getting that spot in S tier, so I'll keep him down in A. But Cedric Maxwell, really, really good. Again, base 3 on very quick. He's like just a 6'8", 7'1" wingspan, just better version of Kazi. And it's Chris Mullin. If you're good at dribbling and you're good at moving, he's probably the best 2-guard in the game. Cincinnatus. He's just tiny in game. Like, he'll hit wide open jumpers. That's all he does. Like, I think Cincinnatus is on like the level of like a Cam Reddish. I think maybe you could argue him in B tier. I'm gonna put him in C. I think he's okay. Kispert. He's better than these guys in Worthless, but he's not good. Kispert's really not good. Like, he is one of the most he was one of the more disappointing players because of how good his gold was. Like, his gold was a freaking demon at the start of the year. But yeah, this card is extremely, extremely disappointing. So, now we are going to go on to Danila Galinari. Now, Gallo is going to go into... I'm going to put Gallo into C. I'm going to put Gallo into C tier. I think that's probably where he belongs. A good shooter. Moves kind of well. Does not play much defense. Really doesn't. Now, Denny Abdia. A. There is no player in the game that moves faster than Denny Abdia. That is as tall as Denny Abdia. His jumper is absolutely chic. As long as you don't need to create him in the half court, he's perfect. An elite defender, huge player build, really good jumper off the catch. In the full court, he moves better than any other player in the game, apart from maybe Josh Giddey. I think Josh Giddey probably moves best in the full court, but Denny Abdia is up there. He got that skinny player build, a tall, lanky player build, which is the best with the Scotty behind the back. He doesn't have like crazy dunk animation, so he never gets blocked. I'm telling you, lads, Denny Abdia, he's the worst player in A tier. I'm not gonna gas it. Like, he's not as good as Albert King, he's not as good as AK, he's not as good as Kazi, but in my opinion, he's better than AD. He's better than Billy Owens, better than Alex English. Gerald Green, C or D tier. He's not bad. His animations are good. His badges are okay. Like, he's nothing spectacular, but I mean, he's not a bad old card. Like there's nothing really wrong with Gerald Green in game. Like, his jumper, I don't really like 70, but still, he's good. Glensky, B. Height-wise, Glenn is okay. Glenn Rice is pretty decent height-wise. He's got base 98 on quick, way better on current gen than next gen. His movement is okay. Look, he's just not the same. They want to give him base 98 on very quick to try and make him old Glensky. Fair enough, but like, nah, he's B. Glenn Robinson, I don't rate Glenn Robinson. I think he's B tier. He is objectively B tier. Like, he's got nice base 29, which was a lot better at the start of the year than it is now. Base 29 is always one of those releases that when it's on like normal or no quick draw or is a good release, but when it gets faster, it just becomes weird. Yeah, I'm gonna put Glenn in B tier right here. Okay, then we have got Hideo Turkle, wherever Galinari is. They're the same card. I think Hido's a bit better. Hido moves a little bit better. His animations are better. Him and Gallo, basically the same card, lads. There's so little of a difference between those two. You can't really justify putting them in different tiers. They're essentially the same card. A tier, Herb Jones. A. I'm not the only one. Anyone who's used Herb Jones knows how good this card is. Like, there are levels. Like, he is levels above Glenn Rice, Anthony Davis, and Billy Owens. He is levels above. Like, that release is so damn good. Like, his defense is unbelievable. His movement is good, and that release feels like base 98 from 2K20. Like, you know the card is good when, like, Unbeatable Jacob, who's the biggest, like, overall, who's the biggest SIGs and dribble move snob, has said, no, he's not the greatest dribbler, but everything he does well is just worth using. He's like a completely juiced up Ben Wallace. Herb Jones is him. Also, James Posey is a good card. I'll go C tier with him, but like, he's maybe low B. Like, James Posey's a very solid card. He's not as good as Billy Owens. I like him. I think he is a super slept on card in my team. He's a guy that a lot of people aren't really talking about, but he was good. He's a damn good card. Tatum. At this stage of my team, Tatum's a C tier, bro. I loved him for his time, though. And like, I know there are still some people that swear by Tatum. There's still people that use Tatum. I come up against him a lot. But lads, this card came out, I think it was the 22nd of January, and he was free. Like, this is how long ago this card came out, for any of you guys who get the reference. This card came out the Friday before I went to Leeds to watch Leeds lose 1-0 to Newcastle. At that time, Newcastle had not won in 19 league games. And Leeds, if they had won against Newcastle, would have been 11 points clear in the relegation zone. Marcelo Bielsa was still the manager, and there wasn't even a peep about Bielsa being sacked. And Leeds were still talking about signing Brandon Aronson from Red Bull Salzburg. That is how long ago this card was in the game. Maybe two people can get that reference. But like, the fact he's C tier is incredible. Jeremy Grant, B. B or A. Honestly, I'm going to go B. But he could easily be an A tier. He's really good. Kuminga, B. Kuminga's just worse Herb Jones. Like, if you prefer Giannis base to base 83 on very quick, Kuminga's better than Herb Jones. Their player builds are very similar. Their defense is similar. Their movement is very similar. Everything is very similar between Herb Jones and Kuminga. I just prefer base 83 to Giannis base. Kawhi's. BA. I think Kawhi, Pink Diamond, Diamond are the same card. I'm going BA. I think this Kawhi actually belongs in B tier. I think this Kawhi is a super slept on card because him and the Diamond and Pink Diamond Kawhi are super slept on. But this Kawhi, you could argue him an S. You really could. He's a good on-ball defender. I just don't think he does enough in terms of like movement. He is probably the easiest player to green with though. So if you just need a cone, he might be the best guy to use. If you just need a pure cone, he might be up there with the best, if not the best. Kevin Durant. I think C tier, honestly. I think he's just that little bit weak with that slow release. He doesn't have the defense like Kawhi and S. KD is so damn good. KD moves. KD will shoot. KD can create. I'm telling you, there are no flaws with Kevin Durant. There are no flaws with Kevin Durant, and he's 6'9" with a wiry player build. Nah, he's good. Skinny player builds are good this year. Middleton, I think all he does is hit jump shots. Like, Middleton is not a player that I rate highly at all in 2K. He's a guy that will stand there and hit jump shots. And that is all Chris Middleton will do. Odom, look at this stage of the game. Odom's a 6'10" player, which obviously is good. His dribble sigs are not terrible. He can move a little bit. He shoots a little bit. He's slow. His release is slow. But he's still 6'10". Like, he's a guy that the next Odom we get is going to be a beast. But this one has just been too long. Okay, there's like a bunch of S. My last S tier spot is going to be like a debate. So I'm going to put the guys that aren't in the conversation for an S tier spot in their tiers first and foremost. So Paul George. I don't think this Paul George is that good. I'm going to put him in C tier. I don't think he's as good as any of these guys in B tier. Maybe move Kawhi down. Yeah, maybe this looks a little bit better. This looks better. MPJ is going to go into B tier though. MPJ is just like a better Hito. He creates, he shoots. I really, really like his movement is really nice on next gen. It's not good on current gen. I really like base 62 though, so maybe I have some bias there. I mean, Covington's going B. For what Rocco does, he's exceptional. Like, for what Rocco does exactly what you need him to do. He'll play defense and he'll shoot the ball really well. And he'll surprisingly move well for Shifty. Like, Rocco and Scotty I put in the same tier. I put Rocco and Scotty in the same tier. You could argue... No, I'm going to put Scotty. Nah. Like, I think you could definitely argue Scotty, but like, Scotty came out in February. Like, it's not like Scotty Pippen didn't come out in the month of February. Like, he came out... I'm trying to check what date Scotty Pippen came out. Did he come out? Might have came out in March. No, it was the very end of February. It was the 20-something of February. Like, I can't. It's been that long. Like, he's not as good as Kawhi, but he's a good card, so he's going to go into B. RJ Barrett's going to go B as well. A tier higher than Cam Reddish, but like a card that I like, don't absolutely love. So, RJ Barrett, you can go into B tier. Okay, Sean Marion. I'm putting you in B tier as well. Sean Marion will not miss ever. Like, yeah, his release is weird, but it's not slow. And if you guys don't know, with that weird release, he will never miss a white. Splash Edition Splash was showing it earlier on in the year. Like, Sean Marion, for some reason, just will never. Sean Marion, Kelly Oubre, any player with that release just won't miss whites. I don't know what it is, and he's also an immaculate defender. Sean Marion's a beast. Then we got Tracy Mcgrady. C. Slow release, not the greatest on defense. I get it, he's 6'8", but like, if you're comparing him to Billy Owens, he's not as good. He's not as good as Glenn Rice. Tracy Mcgrady. This might be like my controversial pick, but like, I don't think Tracy McGrady's that good. I think he's maybe low B for Tracy McGrady. Terry Dishinger, A. Terry Dishinger, definitely, he's A, but a no-brainer A. Like, he's not higher than A tier. Like, can move a little bit. He's just Dr. J. I'm gonna put Duma in B. Duma's and He can shoot the ball a little bit. Base 22. Decent defense. Decent movement. He's all right. Okay, so my debates for S tier. Like, I'm going to put all of these guys into A tier. Actually, no, I'm going to move Mikal Bridges into B tier. Because I'm going to move LeBron, Vince, Larry, Paul George. These guys belong in A. I'm going to keep Mikal Bridges down in B tier because I just think Herb Jones is better than him. I think that's a controvert. I think Herb Jones is better than Mikal Bridges, so I'm going to move Mikal Bridges down. But now, we got one last spot. Just to keep everything except B tier on one line. I'm going to move one player up to S tier. So, Albert King, no. AK, maybe. Kazi, no. Denny Abdia, I wish I could, but no. Herb Jones, no. Terry Dishinger, no. Kawhi, no. PG. It's between Larry, PG, and AK-47. Like, they're all 6'9". They all can move. Defense-wise, AK's the best. Offense-wise, Larry Bird's the best. The middle, for both defense and offense, is Paul George. Who would I rather have? Screw it. Give me Larry. Let me put Larry in. I'm going Larry. I think this is a super underrated card. I'm going to go Larry Bird in S tier. I know it's maybe crazy, but Larry for me is going S tier. So, this is my tier list of small forwards, lads. So anyway, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.